Everybody, it's Shawna here from White Crane QIGONG. How are you in these wild and crazy times? I speak to a lot of people every week, and I don't think there's anyone who hasn't been touched by recent events and just the nature of the radical changes that are going on all around us for all of us. So today I wanted to share some thoughts and ideas with you about how you can move through these changes with more ease and grace, and the things that you can do to help yourself to change and move in the direction that you really want to go in. Transformation is a process. The past 15 years of my own life have just been, it feels like one state of upheaval after the other. There were certain things that I really wanted to achieve in my life, and what that meant is that the person who was living the life that I was living before making these changes had to become the person that I am today. I often think of Michelangelo sculpting David. The piece of marble that he carved that masterpiece out of was a very challenging piece to work with. There wasn't a lot of room for error, and yet through persistence, tenacity, and dogged determination, he managed to create this incredible, enduring masterpiece that we can still all enjoy. And to me, that's the epitome of genuine transformation, is that we're doing it for ourselves so that we can become the best version of who lives inside us, who's already there, like David inside the marble. You know, he was already there, just waiting to be released. And that's how I see change and transformation in our own lives. There's a David within each one of us that somewhere on some intuitive level we know is within. But how do we chisel and carve away to get to that part of ourselves? You need to be willing to be uncomfortable. Humans love comfort, routine. I know this is going to happen if I do that. My paycheck comes from here. And I may not be happy in this situation, but at least I know what to expect. And if you really want to transform your life, you need to be willing to let that go, to be uncomfortable, to live with uncertainty. And it's been my experience that when I can become curious about that rather than fearful, and when I can see these things as an adventure, it becomes so much easier. Because the truth is, no one knows what's going to happen. No one knows how their life is going to pan out. You might be in the most beautiful, optimal situation right now, but anything can happen at any time. You might be in the worst situation of your life right now, and that might lead you to the absolute best thing you could ever hope for or imagine. So we need to be willing to be uncomfortable. You also need to be willing to be honest with yourself. You know, what are your motivations? What drives you? What brings you joy? What is the purpose that you wish to fulfill with your life? People who live lives of meaning and purpose tend to be able to overcome incredible obstacles. They're just infused with this drive to keep going, and it doesn't matter what other people say, the judgments that they might have about you. They're just willing to keep going because there is some spark in their heart that just fuels that action. I always wondered what that was like, you know, what would it be like to just be so motivated and so geared towards a purpose. And it wasn't until I found Qigong and teaching that that's how I now live my life. And it doesn't matter if I come out to do filming on a Tuesday and it looks like it's going to rain and the wind is blowing and I'm tired from teaching last night. There's just this drive to get up and do something and share the joy and the meaning that is still very much a part of this world and this life. And it's just tapping into it within yourself. Because remember, whatever is inside you is radiating out. This is your frequency. And the things that you do and say and think about and take action on frequently, that is who you become. So what do you need to do in your own life? What would you benefit from doing to bring about a new frequency within yourself? Because this is what it's about, is change and transformation, is transforming your energy, because this is what creates your life and attracts life and what you desire and who you are to you. You can decide to rise up, to face challenge, to meet the obstacles in life and go, wow, you look really challenging, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give it my all to get over this. And if I fall over, if I don't make it, I'm going to know that this isn't the end. I can keep going. I can try again. There's only failure if you don't try. Those who persist never fail. You just can't. And I can tell you, I've been at teaching and training in Qigong for almost a decade. And for the longest time, nothing happened. And so many people around me were like, Shawna, just give up. This isn't your thing. It's not going to work for you. Just give up and let it go. But in me, I just couldn't. I just couldn't let it go. I love it so much. And that one practice has been the chisel that has carved me out of the prison of my own mind. Each movement released a little bit of the past. Each moment of dedication chipped away at a past failure, a past limiting belief, until I got to this point where I feel like there is no stopping this. The momentum has been built. And the same is true for you and your heart's deepest desires. What do you really want out of this life? What are you willing to give up and suffer a little short-term pain and discomfort to bring greater joy, love, peace, and purpose into your own life? And just by doing that, you bring that to the rest of the world. Right now, we really need people who are willing to change, willing to stand up, willing to believe that there is a future worth living, a life worth living, to believe in yourself that you're here for a purpose. You're not here just to grind away all day, going to bed feeling exhausted, getting up feeling like, what's the point? This is not what our lives are about. Turn off the TV. Find something each day that brings you joy, motivation, gives you energy. Start eating better. Go to bed earlier if you can. Get up earlier if you can. Find 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes a day to do a practice. Being a single parent was the impetus for me to start Tai Chi and Qigong. I started with videos at home because I just couldn't get out to a class. I didn't have the time. And with these practices, I didn't need anything. I didn't need a yoga mat. I didn't need special clothes. I could just stand in the lounge room with my daughter and do 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 5 minutes, stance practice while I was doing the dishes or whatever. And that changed my entire life. Just that act of self-care and dedication to what I needed, that changed everything for me. Absolutely everything. I learned that I could be self-reliant. I learned to be determined, persistent, to carve out this little bit of time. I taught myself that I was important, that I had a life worth living, and that changed everything for me, absolutely everything. And I share this with you because I know that wherever you are right now, no matter how hard it feels and how impossible it might seem to go from here to here, I am living proof to tell you that you can do it. You can do anything. On this channel, you'll find links to all kinds of programs. Some are long, some are short. Pick one. Do yourself a favor and do something good for yourself every day. Release old energy. Pull in fresh energy. All this stagnation inside us, that's heaviness. If you want to move forward, it's best to be light. And you're the one who pulls in the light to allow your own light to shine and radiate out. And that's how we fill this world with more light. Wherever you are today, as hard as it is sometimes, please do not give up on yourself. You are so important. You are so loved by forces and people unseen. Your life truly does have meaning and purpose, and you're here because you're meant to be here. If you want to start with one simple thing every day, start smiling more. When you pass people on the street, smile. This one act can change your whole life. It's a way of opening up your heart and reaching out to connect with others in a safe way. All you have to do, smile. Thank you for your service. Thank you for bringing me my coffee. Take the time to notice the people around you. We are all so desperate for connection, but we've gotten to the point where people are afraid to reach out. But this is your North Star. This is your beacon. This is your way forward and your way out. Follow this. Ask your heart, where do you want me to go? What direction is best for me right now? And then just get quiet for a moment so you can hear that still inner voice, which will tell you, it will guide you every time. All right, my beautiful friends, I am off for breakfast. I hope wherever you are well and you're looking after yourselves and remembering that you are the most important person in your life. You are valued, you are treasured, and your life has meaning and purpose, and it's up to you to decide what that is. Have a very beautiful day. I'm sending you all lots of love from our very overcast, blustery spring day here in Australia. Bye for now.